Welcome to Echoes of History, where we explore the hidden forces that shape civilization. Today we begin with something simple, yet powerful. Taxes. Not just numbers, but one of the foundations of human society. So when did it begin? For most of human history, survival depended on movement. Communities followed food, water, and favorable seasons, never remaining in one place long enough to reshape the land around them. But over time, something changed.
Thank you.
People began to settle.
This is better together.
As agriculture took root, forests gave way to fields, and temporary camps evolved into permanent villages. For the first time, food could be stored instead of hunted daily. Stability brought growth, and growing populations created new possibilities, but also new dangers. Floods could destroy entire harvests overnight. Drought could starve communities without warning. Survival was no longer an individual matter. It became collective. To endure, people had to work together. Water needed to be redirected through canals. Fields had to be protected from seasonal floods. Barriers and embankments had to be built to hold back nature's unpredictable force. These were not tasks one person, or even one family, could accomplish alone. They required coordination. They required leadership. Someone had to organize the digging. Someone had to assign the building.
We head east. The pass
Labor
is waiting.
began to follow
Mount up.
structure.
Let's ride. Stay close.
Time began to be allocated. Not everyone contributed in the same way. Some worked the land. Others managed storage. But everyone depended on the results of shared effort. Over time, this cooperation evolved into expectation. Some people gave their labor to maintain canals and defenses. Others provided part of their grain harvest. Some contributed livestock to sustain the community during hard seasons. At first, these contributions were voluntary, acts of shared survival. But as societies grew more complex, voluntary support slowly became expected. And expectation gradually became obligation. Leaders, often seen as protectors or even divine representatives, began to oversee the collection of these contributions. Offerings were gathered not only to maintain infrastructure but also to support administration and defense. Grain was stored. Labor was summoned. Resources were centralized. What began as mutual cooperation became organized extraction. In ancient Egypt, for example, rulers collected grain and labor along the Nile to sustain irrigation systems and state projects. These contributions were often framed as offerings to divine authority, not merely payments but duties. Over time, the act of giving was no longer a choice. It became a requirement. And this requirement, the organized collection of labor and resources by authority, marked the true birth of taxation. Tax did not begin as a matter of money. It began as the structured contribution necessary to sustain order, protect stability, and maintain power. In essence, taxation emerged as the price of organized survival.